Hey yo, this Rain DA, aka Rain 61, and you tuned into my Cousin Them podcast, where we talk about music, sports, current events, whatever the hell else we feel like. It's just me, you, my cousin them. Let's chop it up.
Peace, family. This is Cuzzo Rome, and you're listening to the My Cousin Them podcast. Every week is a family reunion, and you're invited. Tap in.
Yeah, this my cousin them shit. Peace Dunn, better known as the Marvelous Skice. I'm from Vegas, though. Right.
It's your boy Cito Dunn, aka Mikey Smooth 61. All I rep is myself and my cousin them. You smell me? Holla.
Yo. What up? My Cousin Them podcast. You on the line with Cousin X.
And it's MC Quest, aka Mickey Maxwell, cause I'm Maxwell. Stay tuned to my Cousin Them podcast and your dumb ass might learn something. One.
Produced by LC.
Long days, cold nights, wind blowing.
I got the sunglasses. Having a bit of a, you know what? I'm just having a bit of a rough go, man. I have a joy for living, man. I can't complain. Ain't nothing perfect, but everything is sensible, man. So there's that. Good with y'all.
Shit, man. I'm good, man. I'm good. Chilling. I'm blessed.
Right.
They get this shit over with.
Okay.
Yo, yeah, I'm good. Bruh, it's loud as fuck, though.
It is.
How about that better?
You said what?
Is that better?
You was driving with your window down.
Yeah, man. What are you doing?
This thing does not care about it.
Oh, nigga, it snowed last night. Fuck you mean? It was cold as shit in my car. I'm warm now, though. That better? I had the heater up.
Oh, that was the heater. Okay. Yeah, that is a lot better, though.
We can edit all this shit out.
Hey, do y'all ever, after we record our shit, do y'all ever like go back and watch our episodes in full?
Sure. Yeah.
Do I go back and I go back and listen to them? I can't say that I go back and watch all of them, but I have to edit the videos. So technically,
Our podcast, I listen to us on Spotify or iTunes. I rarely had a time to actually sit there and watch the video unless I watch it directly after. But we just did it, so it's fresh in my mind. But no, I never really watched any. Tito, you rarely show your face, so do you watch your picture move when you talk?
Thank you.
What's up, man? Cousin X different
what's up,
right now.
X?
What up, Cuzzo?
Cousin X is different right now.
I see you.
He ain't fucking with you.
I see you.
I keep my do-rag on because I don't know.
Cousin, hey, you know what? Hey, Cuzzo, man, this got to be the best compliment I ever gave you, man. This nigga, out of all the Cuzzo, he got the best waves and the best beard.
Yeah.
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 This nigga X, I can't hear him.
He on mute.
You on mute, Cuzzo.
I said, Rome called me Abdul Rahim.
Rahim.
Right.
Hey, what's your middle name?
Rahim?
Right.
Oh, okay. There you go. This nigga got the best waves and the best fucking beard, nigga. Nigga can't compete with that shit. Hey, I don't like this nigga, man.
Oh, let's jump.
Jump this nigga, man.
Hey, I don't like that nigga.
You know what?
That's
Damn. So are we gonna just address this shit now? What happened on Christmas Day? Are we just gonna just get it out the way, man?
Christmas Day.
Oh.
Lakers and Clippers.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Let's get it out the way. Let's get it out the way, man. That shit was tight. I felt like we had that shit.
So I didn't start watching this shit until like mid third quarter. To the end.
Just watch us lose the lead and never get it back.
Lakers was still up.
That's what I'm saying. So the third quarter, you pretty much watch us just lose a 15-point lead, and LeBron jack up. He's not healthy, man. I gotta give him a pass because the nigga's not healthy, bro. You took 12 threes, my nigga. He didn't drive and kick really. He ain't right. And I know groin injuries, they suck. Sometimes they can last for a year or two, and you'll be feeling good for like 2 or 3 months, and then you take a step the wrong way coming down a flight of stairs, and then that bitch. See, though, you remember that shit? How long I was dealing with my groin injury? You hooping it, and all of a sudden, can barely walk to the fucking Camaro and shit. I'm like, yo, this shit sucks.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, I never in a million years I would ever see myself saying LeBron James. But I still don't put it all on him. Like it's his fault. Like a lot of people have been doing. A lot of people been, man, it's LeBron, he ain't healthy, or it was his fault that he lost or whatever the case.
I don't blame it on him exclusively. I'm just saying I give LeBron a pass. You're not healthy, and I give him him kudos, not low managing. Like, hey, if I can go, I can go. But if you compromise, you compromise. What should have happened is everybody else. Avery Bradley needs to step up. KCP, Danny Green. Like, we got some other players that are capable of at least giving us 12 to 15 points. Kuz did his thing. Caruso did his thing. AD did his thing. But we didn't really get too much from anybody else.
And I think that's the difference between, like, because I was looking at the stats between the Lakers and the Clippers, and it seemed like it was more evenly. Like, it seemed like Clippers were playing more as a team, offensively and defensively. And I think that's the reason why they were able to get that win. Like, they were scoring more. Like, as far as scoring, it was more players scoring than
right. Well, a lot of our possessions just really came down to like LeBron just really taking some ill-advised threes because he really at that point in the game he could not drive and kick. And then even when he did drive and kick, like Danny Green was missing, KCP was like, they pretty much shut us down. That last 5 minutes of the game, we only scored 5 points, bro. And you had like fucking Kawhi Leonard robot ass, like literally. Like, hitting tough shots, like Kobe-esque shots and they bottom of the net. Like, you really can't compete. I got to get over. You going to let me get over?
Yeah. Niggas missing free throws.
Yeah.
Man, that shit got to stop, man. This whole end of the game free throw missing shit, like, that should be hurting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then, like, honestly, man, I don't give a fuck if Dwight Howard is coming off the bench, bruh. This nigga only had 2 points, my nigga.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah, that was pretty bad. At the end of the day, it was a regular season game, but it did have a level of importance to it because the two teams that may get in the way of our chip that being Milwaukee and the Clippers, we just didn't have a good showing. But like I said, like both of those games, like we had injured superstars. AD wasn't 100% healthy either. He turned the ankle before the Bucks game. He didn't even play in Indiana.
Well, that's why you just gotta have more players that's scoring. It just rely.
I think it's a coaching issue personally, because if you take all those players that we have a solid bench. We have players that are, not saying max players. Like I always said with the Lakers team, was 2 superstars and a bunch of B plus C players that can ball. And we have that. The only problem is we don't have too many players that can get their own shot outside of Kyle Kuzma coming off the bench. Caruso can get his own shot, but he get limited minutes. Rondo's not looking for a shot, so that just makes people play 5-on-4 because they know Rondo ain't looking to take a shot like that. Danny Green can't get his own shot. Sometimes KCP can, but we need a bucket man, and it can't just be Kyle Kuzma.
But I do like the fact that Kyle Kuzma came alive during this game.
He came alive. I lost my voice yelling at Kuzma in the first half.
Yeah.
He was doing it.
Damn, I missed all that.
Yeah, man. When we was up 15-2, like I was like, hell yeah. I was talking shit. But I ain't posting online because I'd have had this nigga PRO by helmet and shit.
Facts.
I don't even acknowledge that nigga. I'm bad as
damn, we got that nigga on the show now and we 0-2. We still got to get him up here. This nigga gonna be talking greasy.
But there's still good things to take from the fact that we still number 1 in the West. I see something that I like to see in Christmas that Philly just bullied the Bucks, man. Y'all just look trashy out there. And I like that because I'm of the belief that if Philly comes out the East and we come out the West, we'll beat Philadelphia. They're a better matchup all around than the Bucks are. I feel like we can beat Philly because Philly ain't as good as a defensive team. It's just like we got somebody for a beat. LeBron, Ben Simmons is LeBron Jr. without a jumper, so we match up better with Philly. So I'm kind of rooting for Philly to beat Milwaukee Bucks because I don't really want to see them cats again, dude. I ain't gonna lie. I don't want to see Giannis at all in no fucking finals.
You don't want to see who in the finals?
Greek.
Oh, yeah. Nah.
I don't want to see Milwaukee. Hell no.
No, I'm good.
But Philly, I feel like we'll cap Philly for real. We match up better against them.
Man, Philly versus Bucks would be a nice series though to watch though.
Not if it looked like Christmas Day, because Philly washed Milwaukee, man. I was like,
I know that nigga Greek was like 6-29 or some crazy shit.
Yeah.
Like, that nigga ain't be that. He ain't gonna be that next time. Like I put money on that. He ain't gonna be that next time, nigga. As good as he been playing, he could afford to have a bad game. He get a pass on that.
What I really think we need better guard play or better point guard play for when LeBron takes his rest. Because I like Rondo, but I like Rondo better when he's on the floor with LeBron than I like him running the show by himself because Rondo does
Man, Rondo ain't ran the show since Boston, bruh.
What I'm saying is that his style of play, we changed like offensively because what he's doing, he's dribble, kind of looking around. Like the offense kind of slows down and it don't move like with LeBron because LeBron is still a threat.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's me. Oh, okay.
Nah. Nice.
See, you need to be stationary, man, because
Okay, it's pulled up and I'm connected to my Wi-Fi. Y'all know how this shit go.
I get it, but I get it, bro, but I don't think you know how this shit go, my nigga. Like on some real shit, my nigga. If you was to see one of us or hear one of us like this, you'd be saying the same shit.
I'll be back, man.
All right.
Oh man.
Nah, man, because I had asked y'all earlier, going back to old topic, I guess, about if y'all watch or listen to our episodes after we record. Because last night at work, man, I had blazed our Man Weave episode at work, man, and we got a follower or subscriber. But I was blazing that Man Weave episode, and they were actually enjoying it. But guess what, though? They were saying like, "Yo, why is that guy? Why he sound like that? Like the audio."
Oh, Skice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've gotten that before.
See, it's something. Honestly, it don't even be because. Honestly, I don't even know because it's not always the whole. It's not even the vehicle. I think it's. I don't know if it's his device that he's using, or the microphone or something. He's going in and out, putting this shit on speakers, be too far away. I don't know, but they enjoyed that episode though. This one girl was like, one of my homegirls was like, she didn't even know that men actually, wear these fake waves and shit like that. She was like appalled. For real.
Appalled.
Yeah, man. Shot.
Did you hear about the I was trying to wait till this nigga Skype. Actually, you know what? Hey, I finally finished watching Endgame. I know I'm hella late.
Nigga.
I know,
For
man.
real?
I just finished watching that shit. Like,
hey, that's crazy though. Why was I watching that shit last night and this morning though? But go ahead.
Nah, that shit was dope though, man. I like it. I like that shit. I finally watched it in its totality because I had seen like the first hour of that shit like 5 times, nigga. But I fell asleep or watched it at a bad time or I had to go or some bullshit. But
yeah, that shit lit.
Totality. That shit dope though.
You cried, huh?
Nah.
I did. Yeah, it's alright.
I didn't. It was fine though.
Yeah.
I got hyped a couple times. Yeah. Especially with Thor made sure everybody was all on the same page. Then I was like, oh.
They get lightning bolt went through his eyes and shit.
Yeah.
Nigga, I got hyped when that motherfucking when Captain America grabbed that hammer, nigga.
That was fire too. He was whooping that nigga ass with the hammer for me.
Yeah, he had the little combos and shit.
Yeah, that nigga was working through the hammer and then the shield, and then I was like, oh shit, okay.
Yeah.
And that nigga Thor said, nah, you take the little one.
Right. Yeah, you take the little one.
Nah, that shit was fire though, man. That shit was fire. But yeah, man, I can't wait till this Black Widow. That shit look dope too.
Yeah. Yeah, bro. They had a lot of those gasping moments. Well, to me, anyways, in that movie, because Black Widow died. Damn.
Yeah, Black Widow died. Also, when they was all getting shot at by the cannons and shit, and then all the cannons they started shooting at something else. You was like, what the fuck is going on? And then Captain Marvel came through and just started flying through the ship like it was nothing. I was like, oh yeah, nigga, it's lit now. Oh, and when the fucking it seemed like Thanos was beating Cap ass, and that nigga got back up anyway, and he was about to face him and the whole army, and then Falcon was like left.
Yep. Cap, you copy?
Right.
On your left. And then the first thing you saw was Black Panther. You see him nodding. Nigga, I got you. I got Fury out there too. I was like, damn it, yes. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Motherfucking Tony and I am Iron Man. Snap.
Right.
Snap his finger. Man. Pepper just told him, sorry, you can rest now. We're gonna be all right. I was like, damn, man. Why Tony gotta go? But
that's how Endgame.
Yeah, Endgame shit. I just finished watching it for the first time, like all the way through. Before I was nothing like the first hour and shit, and fall asleep or some shit. But yeah, man, that shit was dope though. Hey, but what y'all think about the NBA about to change the rules for the playoff seeding format and shit?
That's next season, right?
Nah, they said 2000. They said 2001, like the season after next, I believe.
2021.
Yeah, 2021. Yeah, my bad. 2022.
I like it. I like that format. I do.
Yeah.
I would like to know what the format is.
I got you. So the reseeding in the playoffs, the NBA would rank the 4 conference finalists 1 through 4 based on their regular season record, thereby setting its final 4 matchups based on performance rather than conference designation.
So, is this the mid-season tournament?
No, not this. This is something different. This is the reseed in the playoffs. This is basically from what I'm getting from it. The final 4 would be in the conference. The final 4 teams would be. It would be the final 4 teams based off of their record, regardless of their conference. So regardless whether they're in the East or the West.
Okay.
It'd just be the top 4 teams with the top 4 records. So it could be 4 teams from the West in the final 4. You feel me?
So you mean to tell me it's only gonna be 8 squads?
I think that's. I think that's.
That says final. That said final 4. So I don't know what the. I think maybe that's where the mid-season tournament comes into play. Maybe I don't know. Maybe that'll get the other seeds.
So wait a minute. Hold on. Does this have anything that you said final 4? Like so the last 2 teams, it possibly may not be East Coast versus the West Coast?
Exactly. It might end up being the Lakers versus Clippers in the finals.
Wow.
I don't know.
I don't like that.
Like I don't know, man. That's a big tradition to break.
We're talking about interconference play.
But what y'all think about but don't y'all understand the reason why they doing it though? Because
I get the reason.
Yeah. Y'all don't.
It's something about East versus West that I don't like. I don't know. I don't care for that. Now I like the fact that
what if they did? Go ahead.
Let's say they reseed right, and like the top 4 teams from the West and the top 4 teams from the East get like a bye, and then like the other 4 teams from the West and the other 4 teams from the East, they play amongst themselves in the final 4, right? and like the winner of those two games will play like 3 and 4. It's like the top 2 teams get like a. I don't know.
But that still doesn't accomplish what this accomplishes though, because what if the top 8 teams in the West is better than the top 4 teams in the East?
What you're just saying is kind of the same. Ain't it kind of similar to how it is now? What you just said?
You're right, man. I don't like it. Now that I think
that's
about
just
it,
a huge. I get what you're saying. Like, it's just a huge tradition to break.
Yeah.
Like, it's always been a East Coast versus West.
Man, I like it, man, because it forces the East Coast teams to be more competitive. I think it'll make the league more competitive at the end of the day, because it forces teams to get better, my nigga. Because teams that was making it in 5 through 8 seeds in the East ain't gonna make it no more.
Right, and you won't have some shit like.
I don't think it's gonna force.
Jimmy Butler leaves Minnesota to go to an East Coast team. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't see that because you the Wolves, like, chances y'all making a playoff slim to none. So you feel like, I can go to Miami with a decent couple young players and make the playoffs and have action. Because, like, Pops is picking Miami to come out the East, bro. Miami no joke.
Nah,
Miami is no joke. They are a sleeper pick for sure. Miami can beat any one of those teams on the East. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Yeah, I kind of like it where the East got their thing, the West, like, get better.
I think slowly, but sure. I think slowly the East is getting better though. Slowly.
The East did win the last chip. Toronto is an Eastern Conference team. They just won the last chip.
I don't even think that statement makes sense though, when you tell them to get better, because if they get better, that's the other way. That's the way that they're trying to do. Then the Eastern Conference team get better, like get better, and then you'll make the playoffs. That the way that they're trying to do it, make sure that the best teams are in the finals, regardless of what conference they're in. So the other teams, if they don't like it, get better. Just like
that's the thing. I don't think you make a team get better by not letting them participate. You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, how do you think the other way is making them get better? I don't understand.
Well, I'm just saying, like, I don't think excluding, like, okay, you got the best record in the East, right? But technically, it only makes you the 3rd best team in the league. So, from what I'm seeing, it's like the reshuffling. It can easily be 1 through 3 is a West team, then you got an East team. And then, like, there could be a possibility where only 2 teams from the East make the top 8. That's a possibility.
Yeah. So the rest of the team should get better, and maybe they'll make the top 8.
Dude, you want to know the honest to God's truth is that on an average, the Eastern Conference is better than the Western Conference right now. It's just the Clippers and the Lakers and everybody else. On the East, you got the Heat. You got the Pacers is low-key balling. You got Philadelphia. You got Boston. Like, the East is actually better than the West right now as far as, like, the division between the top teams. In the West, you got the Clippers and the Lakers, and then, like, everybody else kind of fall in. That's true.
If
we kind of switch roles, and Toronto is still balling.
If that's the case, then the West Coast teams need to get better, or they ain't gonna make it. Like, it don't matter.
You know what? As it stands right now, the Lakers are still the number 1 team, the number 2 team in all of the league, number 1 in the West. So however format they want to do, I know we ain't gonna be on the outside looking in. So whatever they want to do, they can do.
So Ray, I get what you saying, my nigga, and you ain't being biased, nigga, either East or West, nigga. I get it, my nigga. My reason why I don't like it's just the whole I don't know, the East versus West, my nigga. Like, I'm not ready to just break that tradition, my nigga. In the final, that's it.
Rivalries that way.
That's just a huge tradition to break.
Yeah.
You feel? That's the only reason. Huh?
What if they made the All-Star game more competitive? Would you mind in? And that could be your East Coast versus West Coast.
They need to do that anyway. You feel me?
I agree, but would you feel different if it were more competitive or not?
Do it like baseball do it, where the All-Star game determines who gets home court advantage or home field advantage or whatever in the playoffs.
Huh?
In baseball, there's actually something to play for in the All-Star game. Like whoever wins the All-Star game, regardless of record, would actually host the World Series. So let's say it's the Dodgers. Shit, I don't even know how to fucking national.
Bro,
let's just say it ain't an easy. You know what it is? They don't need to reseed according to. They need to make it where like the NBA and I think the NHL are the only leagues where shit is broken up according to region. Everybody else is according to league. Because you had the MLB is made up of the American League and the National League. So you can have two teams in the same city that ain't in the same conference. I.e., you got the Dodgers and you got the Angels. Or you can have two teams that's both in New York, but they ain't in the same conference. Like you got the New York Jets and the New York Giants. NBA has that problem where y'all should have kept the ABA squads, and y'all should have kept the NBA squads. So you have a national conference and you'll have an American conference. So you can have the Brooklyn Nets and the New York Knicks in the same city, but they own different conferences. That's how you change it, is that you break it up in conferences that aren't based on a region. You feel me? So that way it can be you ain't losing your East and West shit. That's the reason we so caught up in tradition, is because we the only league, them and hockey. Those are the only two leagues where the conferences is broken up according to region. The other sports don't have that. So you can have two teams from the same city be in the finals, but they from different conferences. You can have the New York Jets and the New York Giants end up in the fucking Super Bowl and playing that shit in the same city. That shit don't work in basketball because you got an Eastern Conference and a Western Conference. It should have been an American Conference and a National Conference, but I'm not old enough to remember what teams are ABA teams and what teams are, you know what I'm saying? So you would have to have 16 teams that are national and you have 16 teams that are American. And I'm guessing that would be the 8 original teams that came into the league in the 70s, and then like the 8 expansion teams we've had since then would be considered American. Because you got 16. It's weird, bro.
Listen, I'm old enough to remember Lakers versus Boston, nigga. West versus East, nigga. And I'm just used to that shit, my nigga.
Okay, but what is... I guess I'm not understanding this East Coast, West Coast tradition y'all holding on to, because, like, yeah, Lakeshore versus Boston was big to us because we Lakers fans.
We own the West. That's why. We got 29 conference championships.
Okay, but so...
The league is only 70 years old or 60 years old. More than almost half of those times, the Lakers have always been in the dance.
So if there's a Final Four and we make it to that, I'm sure there's going to be a championship for that too that we can own. But I'm like, I don't understand what this West Coast, because I don't, like, if it's other two, if it was the Bucks versus the fucking, the Portland Trail Blazers, like, we automatically all going for the Blazers in that series? Like,
I am. I'm a Dame Lillard fan. So yes,
I'm not. I don't like the Blazers. I'd be going for the Bucks in that situation. I don't think the finals ain't never been no West Coast versus East Coast bias thing to me. I've never looked at the finals and picked the team on the West automatically. In the All-Star game, all day, I'm going with the West. But in the finals, I'm going with the team I like the best. I don't care what conference they in. Like, that's the thing.
Damn. I didn't know. I did not root for the Dallas Mavericks. I was rooting for the Heat. I ain't gonna lie.
Like niggas rooted. I rooted against the Golden State Warriors the whole time they was going through their whole shit, except for the first year probably. Like
I rooted for Miami.
Never was in that other spot.
The Dallas Mavericks. I'm not. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what is this West Coast East Coast shit? No.
It's tradition, bro. Like, you ever watch a playoff game and like in the middle of it or during the halftime, like they revisit the memorable games, these like the rivalries. Like we played Portland last night, right? They were showing that playoff series where Kobe and Shaq was going up against Scottie Pippen and them. Like that shit goes away if you start shuffling the deck. I don't look, man. Call it nostalgia. I don't want to see that shit go away. Bro.
I've never rooted in the finals. I've never rooted for an East Coast team.
Well, we know you Wiz. We know you West Coast bias. I'm not. I have no reason to root for Dirk Nowitzki in them. I always root for.
I don't.
My Lakers ain't in it. I root for the favorite player. Like when we got washed, like that season we had Smush Parker as a fucking point guard. I was rooting for Houston because they had Tracy McGrady.
Man,
they ain't do shit, of course.
I'm a Lakers fan, man. I don't just root for niggas because they from the West. Like, nigga,
I don't either.
Like, I do have not saying I don't have a West Coast bias because I do in some shit, but not with fucking basketball. And when it comes to the finals, only in the.
I damn sure don't do that with football because my team ain't even from the West. I root like when my team ain't in it. I root for players. And I would like to see Melo get a chip. I root for the Knicks every time Carmelo and them made it to the playoffs. They ain't do shit, but I always rooted for the Knicks to like try to break through and shit. It never happened. Never rooted for Boston. That's just in my DNA. I never root for Boston ever.
Sometimes traditions ain't right. Like
hey, you know what? I feel you.
Traditions ain't right. Just bad traditions that Americans came up with that we all don't agree with. Mad traditions. Like sometimes traditions just ain't right. Just because they traditions don't make them right.
That's true.
And I'm not disagreeing with you on that.
When I graduate from my apprenticeship, I'm supposed to drag up, meaning I'm supposed to like quit my job. Like, why the fuck would I ever do that? Like, I'm working right now. Like, I'm not doing that. I'm gonna drag up just because I'm a journeyman. Yeah, all traditions aren't right. I get that.
That's what I'm saying. What's wrong? What's wrong with making sure that the best teams are able to be are in the best position in the conference? I thought that's what this was about. Competition. Trying to find out who's the best.
I'm not saying that.
Why we
there's nothing wrong with having the best teams
from whatever coast.
I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with having the best teams in the conference, but you got to figure out another way to do it. You're not just make sure you figure out another way to do it. Like even if you gotta cut it to just 4 teams make the playoffs from each conference, but you gotta make sure a better way to do it. It has to be conference for conference, bro. You can't just.
All right. So. I really think all teams need to be like somewhat equal, or there should be like no team that got.
The league has since I've been alive, bro. The league has never been this healthy before. Yeah, there are teams that are doing bad, but there are more teams that got a shot this time at the playoffs since Golden State fell apart, bro. Like there's a legitimate 5 to 6 teams on the East that can come out. There's a legitimate 2 to 3 teams on the West. It's healthy. The league is healthy. Every squad got a superstar or 2 on it. Even if y'all terrible right now. Utah's terrible, but they still got 2 superstars. Like the league is healthy right now. So it's not like we had the problem where LeBron was just dominating the East Coast that ain't the case no more. Honestly, if you want to.
Well, then Reigns. All right, then we can do it. Ain't nothing wrong with with that idea. Well, with the idea that Reigns. Well, I know it's not Reigns' idea, but with that point that Reigns was making, ain't nothing wrong with that. How the fuck not?
Okay.
I'm just like I said. I'm just like that shit gonna be new. I'm not gonna.
Shit gonna be weird, bro.
It's gonna be weird at first.
Fucking weird, man.
But I guess I don't know. We'll see how this shit turn out.
Like,
ain't like I gotta say in it. The shit happens. It happens.
Hey, I'm gonna just say I don't like it. Like niggas just need these owners need to stop being cheap. They need to spend some money. And honestly, you know what I think they really need to do? What they really need to do is get rid of that one and done rule and make motherfucking these college players spend 2 years in school. That's what they need to do. And the whole league will get better and college basketball will get better. That's what they need to do. They need to pull the plug on that U18. They don't do that shit in football. In football,
hey.
you can't lead to your after your sophomore year.
Hey,
niggas want to go overseas or what? But you
did they say something?
What?
Did they say something about like the champion like whoever wins the finals, they get like an extra draft, they get an extra pick or something? Was that like something new? I thought I read something like that.
Let me go back to that article, see if it says something.
Like they get an extra draft pick or some shit.
Oh, Dwight must have heard you last night. He had 11 points, 8 rebounds, and 4 blocks.
Portland?
This was against Portland last night. Yeah. Remember, he said nigga had 2 points on Christmas.
Yeah, bro. Like, I don't give a fuck, nigga. You used to be, bro. You too big, my nigga. You too big, healthy, and you not whack, my nigga.
Indiana, like you too big to have 0 points in a fucking playoff game. Nigga. I think they should.
You reading that? You reading that up, Rain?
Yeah, I'm looking it up right now. Can y'all see my screen?
Nah.
Okay. All right. I'll share it when I find it.
Sky, did you hear about that or not?
Nah, this is the first time I'm hearing about like an extra draft pick or some shit. What I read about was like the mid-season tournament shit. But like they will play like a tournament, I guess around the time the All-Star game go off, and you'll just have like a mini tournament to determine the seeding. Like throughout the conferences though. Not like the top 4, the top, not, you know what I'm saying? I think you in a conference for a reason. We in divisions for a reason. And that's the part of that's on the owners, bro. I like that players take their own careers into their hands and they like try, but at the end of the day, it's about the owners to hire the coaching staff, to hire the general manager, to get the right players in peace. That's all on the franchise that you play for. And that's why you see teams get up and go. Like, I'm not going to stay with this franchise that can't figure it out when I can go over here where a franchise look like they figuring it out. Like, you also got to think, dude, the Brooklyn Nets should be a whole lot better than what they are, but you got 2 of the biggest superstars in the league ain't even playing. Durant is not going to play this year, and Kyrie done missed like 22 games. Brooklyn Nets should be right up there with Milwaukee and shit like that. This is what we went through. Like, this is just an injury-ridden year. It's a lot of injuries. Just like last year was that way.
There's nothing on here that say that.
All right, man. I'll probably misread something. Hey, what y'all think about these motherfucking fans that's been out of pocket?
Man.
Yeah.
Bruh.
that shit bogus.
Yeah, they wildin', man. Just because you buy a ticket don't give you a right to just shout out.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that shit bogus as hell, man.
Do you think Isaiah should be fine?
He got suspended, didn't he?
He got suspended 2 games. I don't agree.
Because I remember Westbrook dealt with the same shit in the past. I'm just tired of that shit, man.
Yeah.
Just because you're a fan or... Yeah, bro. Like, you better act accordingly.
Here's my thing. Like, if he on the court, was he on the court when he said the shit, or what was like? But my thing is, like, he shouldn't be the one to have to go do that. He shouldn't have to be the one to do that. Like, there should be security there. There should be somebody should somebody else should be job. Somebody should be doing your job and get this man out of here. You feel me? Like, he shouldn't have to do that.
Yeah, it seemed like as soon as he went up there, you know, and they try to get him down. Now they trying to escort. Let's get security and get these fans up out of here. And like why the fuck this nigga have to? And now this nigga suspended for 2 days, fined and shit. It's fucked up.
Right.
Who protects the players, man? It's like they got to protect themselves.
If he's playing basketball and heard what this man said, then somebody else that should be responsible for this shit had to have heard him too.
You know the craziest thing about it is that like a lot of these fans that say this shit, you want to know what they are? They're season ticket holders. They're guys that got money because look how close they sitting to the courts. And these is $1,000 tickets. So these are people that they not used to holding their tongue because they richer than a lot of people in America. So that don't make it right for them to say that shit, but what they should do is snatch they season ticket holder, whatever little placard they get to buy season tickets. Start taking some of this shit away. Just because you make money and you rich don't give you the right to talk to fucking athletes like trash.
Right.
But you got some money on the game, like that ain't cool.
Like,
to disrespect the motherfucker.
Athletes on the court the way you would talk to fucking horses you bet on in a race or some shit.
Right.
Like, my nigga.
Are you a shareholder? Even if you was a shareholder, like, you don't talk to, these are human beings, man, doing this shit for your entertainment, your enjoyment. You don't talk to people that way, man.
He said, no, we just said, you know, if you miss free throws, we get, what do you say, we get tacos? What do you say?
I'm sure you make about $200,000 a year and you crying over some free tacos.
Right.
Dude, you sitting in the front row.
Right.
You want some free tacos? You paid $1,100 for a ticket, and you want some free tacos. Get the fuck out of here, man. Motherfuckers logic be burnt, bro. You just said what the hell you want to say to the smallest guy on the court, and you thought he wasn't going to say nothing to you.
Yeah,
I mean, what? Isaiah Thomas, 5'9", 5'7"? You're not going to say that to nobody else.
Is he that short?
We also got to consider who we said the shit to. You know what I mean?
Facts.
You know, Isaiah, our size nigga. You know what I mean? He ain't 6 feet even. So that shit's bogus, man.
Gosh.
Yeah, I don't like that type of shit. And when was it okay for fans to sit on the same row as the fucking like the players and shit? Like it's like the fans getting closer and closer, like courtside seats. Like for you to fall in a celebrity's lap, you niggas is too close.
Yeah.
Like,
oh man, hey, y'all seen on Netflix, man? This is a documentary on there called "Don't Fuck with Cats."
Oh my god, yo!
Seen that shit? Yo, what the fuck, son?
I haven't watched Netflix in a minute, but
oh man, I haven't either. And I just have to
crazy. Bro.
I know.
Watch that shit.
I know that Skies have some bad dreams about cats, so.
Yeah, so my nigga, this shit.
So, premise.
Yeah. Go ahead.
It was like, all right, so motherfuckers on Facebook, and you know somebody was sharing this link, and this link was like terrible. It was a video of some guy put 2 kittens in a vacuum saver bag and suffocated them, killed the kittens.
Big shit.
And they came back and haunted them, huh?
No, it's just like a whole community of cat lovers and shit, like, found a way to track this, because he kept saying, "You'll never find me." Then, like, he had other videos where the cats was all stiff and he playing with dead cats, and Then he like taking them apart, like doing foul shit with these little kittens on the internet and posting these videos. And motherfuckers was just like, yeah, you'll never find me because what, you got a VPN or whatever they can. Dude, they found this motherfucker, bro. Like, it was like a whole Facebook group dedicated to finding out who the fuck is doing this shit to these cats and putting it on the internet. So they fucking, just the way they figured out who the hell he was, like, they found out that he was from a different country. And like, okay, his real Facebook name is this and that. They found some shit on him on a porno site. Regardless of the fact, is it took about 2 or 3 months, but they found out who the hell this motherfucker was, and his ass got arrested for that shit. Don't fuck with cats.
But wait, hey, he missed a very important part, nigga. The nigga graduated from killing cats and actually started killing people because he actually killed a person.
Oh, whoa. You must not wait a minute.
The rest of it.
You know what?
You must only seen one episode.
I mean, I think I ain't gonna lie. I must have like
part of this shit, like
a nap in between. He started killing people.
Yeah.
I just thought it was. Oh wow.
Nah, nigga, after he started killing those cats and those people started fucking with him, he started fucking with them back online, and basically he liked the fame and the attention that they was giving him. And he told them that he was about to start graduating. He got tired of killing pussies. I'm about to start graduating to humans or some shit like that. And then
I'll go ahead.
That part.
Yeah, then this nigga grabbed a whole Asian dude and tricked him into coming to think he was gonna make some type of sex tape with him, tied him up, took a knife, colored it like an ice pick, and just started stabbing him up for a long ass time, my nigga. And he put the shit online and sent it to the Facebook group that was searching for the nigga. Nigga sent it to him like, now check this out. Nigga, y'all still won't find me type shit. Like,
all right, so this nigga had to call. This nigga had to call Cassidy, huh?
This nigga said to call Cassidy.
he had to call Cassidy, huh? Yeah. To do some shit like that.
It's stupid.
Yeah.
Hey, hold on. Who the fuck does that shit, my nigga? Like, and then was like, after the end of the video, he's like, he
never has to call Cassidy.
He up and was playing with the dude's head in the bathtub and all types of just crazy, like, oh man, dude, wild shit. Dude was traveling from country to country. They was tracking him down from Facebook. So that's another thing that thing taught me. Not like I ain't know already, but bruh, y'all information is not safe online, nigga. They didn't call the authorities until they knew exactly where he was at.
Oh wow.
Yeah, they did it all through the Facebook group. Through themselves. It's some crazy shit. Interesting watch for
real. I don't know. Damn, where this nigga go?
I don't know.
Yeah, man. I wanted to ask a question.
Oh yeah, you did have one last time. Yeah, wait for him to come back. There you go.
What you know? We've been through this before. You know, ball or this automatic flow.
What's happening?
I don't know what's going on
now.
What's up, man? What you got at?
You finna give us a
this
quick
nigga started smiling. I started singing this verse and shit. He's smiling and shit. Blushing. Nobody.
Go ahead.
So my question is this, man. If you're in a relationship, is it mandatory if you have a social, any type of social media accounts, is that mandatory for you to post your lady or your significant other, your kids? Is that mandatory for you to post that on your social media? What was that?
No.
No? What you think, Rain?
No, that was my no.
Oh, you said no? Skies, you said no.
Nope. Not mandatory.
Yeah, man, because I agree. No. But
going back to the don't fuck with cats, I kind of like the idea.
Damn,
girls. No. Hear me out. And Ray know what I'm talking about. The girl who first discovered it or helped find the dude, she had a social media name that wasn't her real name. She had a picture that wasn't her real picture, and that kind of protects your anonymity. You can pretty much say, and do whatever the hell you want. Pretty much in the sense that it just protects your identity and your anonymity. So you can the person doesn't exist in real life. It may be you, but it's more or less like a character. You have a lot of people who have social media accounts like that, where it's not particularly Joe Smith, but it just may be, a fake name, fake picture, but you can put your thoughts out there. You can pretty much say what you want, and you don't personalize anything. So your personality or your identity can't be attacked. And I always thought that was a pretty cool and clever idea to just be anonymous online and like what you want to like and share what you want to share. And if people fuck with it, they don't. It's no big deal. Because I went through this period where I felt like I couldn't be myself because you got people in your family that follow you. You got people, a significant other, or you got friends. You got friends from work. You got friends from the gym. You got people you work with. And all of them may not be able to deal with you in a certain light online. You know what I'm saying? Like certain shit you may not want to post. And then your fucking supervisor see the shit. And it's like, damn, why did I allow this motherfucker to follow me? Because now you probably look at me a certain way. Or your grandmother and shit. You know what I'm saying? It's just certain shit that you don't, it depends on how you are as far as how you are online.
Gotcha.
And, as far as your significant other, that shit is personal, man.
Right. So have y'all ever had a situation where you online and for instance you follow and you post nothing but music shit, you feel me?
Okay.
But your significant other, she may have a profile and she's posted, pictures of the couple, of y'all two and all this shit. And now she's like, why don't you ever post me or post, I'm like, well, I don't got that shit. I don't have my social media for that shit, for my personal, so I don't know. It seems
and
like
that's just something you have to explain. Some people's online presence is pretty much an extension of who they are as a person, and then some people's online presence is an extension of their consciousness or the things they thoughts and they feelings, not necessarily who they are. So pictures of my girl and my kids ain't got nothing to do with while I'm online. I'm online to share my thoughts and my opinions and my music. There's people I follow online. I don't know what the fuck they look like. I ain't never seen a picture, ain't never seen a video. And it was almost funny because when this dude finally showed a picture of himself on Instagram, it's like, damn, man, I thought you was white. I was like, everybody thought he was a white dude. I don't know why. Maybe proper English, who the fuck knows? But it's people like that. You never see a picture. This person has a family and probably got kids, married, whatever, straight, gay. Like it's not about that. Some people just go online just to share their thoughts and opinions, not their life, not their family.
Right.
If your girl choose to do that and you don't, that don't mean you trying to make yourself available like you single without a family. No, that ain't what that means. It just means that's not what my page is for.
Right.
That's all that shit means. My page is not to show everybody my family or my job. Like I stopped posting pictures from my work. I stopped like now 9 times out of 10, I be on Facebook talking shit about my team, my sports team. Some people just literally, that's all they use Facebook is to talk about sports. Some people only use Facebook just to talk about music or give relationship advice, but you never see their significant other. Or some people, just share fucking funny videos all day and pop shit in the comments and never post nothing of their own. Like, it's whatever you want it to be. It don't mean that you feel a certain way or you do a certain thing. It's whatever you want it to be. And I don't think that's something for a relationship or significant other to be upset about. Like, I'm not gonna do what you do on your Facebook page. That don't mean that I don't love you or that I don't want the world to know that I'm, married or anything. It ain't got shit to do with it. It's my Facebook page, and that's not what it's for.
Yeah, man. Like some people, I don't like to post personal shit. You feel me? That's basically what it is. Like, and I'm strictly on like Instagram for information purposes only. You feel me? Just to get some game and watch a couple, funny videos or clips here or there. But as far as posting, it's like motivational shit. I'm looking up. You feel me?
Instagram is a ghost town. Like I barely post on Instagram. 9 times out of 10, if I do post, it's a freestyle video. But I'm gonna be 100% honest. I literally just use Instagram to look at fucking models and shit. Like, damn, she cute. That's just me, nigga. I expect anybody else to do it, but that's what the fuck I do. Like damn, she bad. Whatever. Oh, her ass fake. Delete her. You feel me? Shit like that. But it's basically the point I'm making is it's whatever you want to use it for, and your family or your significant other or your work or anything like that, it shouldn't come into play because it's personal. It's like about the food on your social media account is personal to you as the socks on your feet or the food on your plate. How somebody else gonna tell you how to wear your socks or what to put ketchup on or not? They don't tell me what the hell to put on my Facebook or my Instagram page. It's like real shit.
Yes, nigga.
I mean, am I lying?
You're funny though.
I appreciate that. It's real. Like, nigga, like what you eat don't make me shit type shit. Like it is what it is. It's as personal. I know it's crazy to say, but your Instagram, your social media accounts is probably just as personal as your religion and your relationship with a higher power. It's personal. You're not gonna. I don't give a fuck. The only time you can like try, but there's certain jobs that tell you like, look, don't put none of this shit on Instagram. Don't put none of this shit. Like I was working at Raiders Stadium, we was not allowed to take pictures of the construction site and post that shit on social media. And you can take pictures in your phone and show it to your family, but you cannot put that shit on social media because you got competitors or the NFL. Like people don't want to see the inner workings of how y'all getting shit done. So there was a clause that said you cannot post pictures of this fucking job site and post it on social media on any platform. That's the only time where there should be restrictions in place as far as what you can and cannot do with your social media account. And then in that case, then I have that's why I got 2 different pages. I got a Marv Skites page, I got a Peace Done page. My Marv Skites page is basically for my music or me to get off fucking foul jokes that I don't want Granny to see. Like, that's it. Like, straight up. But like my Peace Done page is like That's like where everybody want to keep up with me, family, co-workers, friends, whatever. You know, that's why you see people with multiple pages for that reason. But that's
What's your thoughts,
time.
Ray? What's your thoughts on it?
I mean, shit. I pretty much second what Sky says. I agree with that, but it's like I just don't feel like it's. Yeah, I mean, I use my Facebook page basically just to post on the podcast. Before the podcast, my Facebook page was a fucking desert. Like, I wasn't using that shit. I probably had to use that shit in like 5, 6, 7 years. Like, who knows? My Twitter the same, Instagram the same, pretty much. Like, nigga, I don't be on Twitter like that.
And my Twitter is a fucking ghost town. Yo.
That's what I'm saying. So I feel it. Yeah, I'm about to be having a shit. I love my family, and they on my page anyway because every time my girl posts some shit, she tagged me in it. So I'm up there. like we all up there anyway. So I'm like,
right.
Like every time somebody go on my page, they can see that shit. So
now I feel like if your significant other says, like, let's say she putting like pictures up of the couple or the family, and you say no, don't put me up. Like, you be like, nah, man, don't do that. Don't put no pictures of me. You post pictures of yourself. You can post pictures of the, but don't put no pictures of me and us together. Then I see like, all right, if I can see her having a problem with that. Like, well, why not?
Right, because that's her Facebook, and she gonna be like, "What you mean? I can't do what I want to do on my Facebook."
I mean, you have the right to tell her no, but I don't expect that shit to go well in y'all relationship.
Exactly.
Right.
Well, that's gonna look fishy.
It's gonna be very uncomfortable, and she gonna be wondering why not.
Right.
But like I'm saying, that's the only thing like that where
that's the shit you tell aside. You tell aside.
Right.
Don't post no shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, why not?
Tag me in no shit, nothing.
Don't comment on my shit.
Don't say you was with me.
Like, I don't even like when people
put your
comment
phone
on my
back.
shit. Like, we kick it like that. We don't kick it like that. Like, don't be putting comments up there on my shit like we fuck with each other. We don't. We do not. Like, hey boo, hey you. Like, don't do that. Please don't do that. That's why, like, you know, like I say, that's the only situation in a relationship where I can see it being like, okay, that's a problem. Why won't you let me put pictures of us? Like, you can do whatever you want with your page. I mean, you have that right to be like, I don't want any pictures of myself on any social network. Like, just my thoughts, just my opinions, nothing personal. No pictures of me, no pictures of my family. Like, you have that right, but I wouldn't recommend it, considering that's what she wants to do. But that don't mean you got to do it on your, because then it's going to be forced and fake, and it's going to be out of nowhere. Like, if you was following somebody, and all day post was like funny videos, inspirational videos, or words of encouragement. Then all of a sudden, out of the blue, you get pictures of their family. You're like, okay, I guess, nice family. Never
what is this about?
Like, but okay, it comes from left field, right?
Right. Yeah, man.
Well, that's my take on that.
Produced by LC.
Long days, cold nights, wind blowing. Cold nights, wind blowing, rain falling and it won't stop pouring down. Wherever life's going, doesn't matter, cause can't nobody stop us now. We make it work, rain falling and it won't stop pouring down. We make it work, Doesn't matter, cause can't nobody stop us now. Daddy was an immigrant, baby mama her dreamer. All my life you gon' die if you ever come in between us. Mommy raised an angel, this life made me a demon. I peeked out all the lines and now to read in between them lies. They only want me to win when they think that I'm on the same fuck shit as them. They try to white boy me, looking at my color of skin. But try me once, I bet you won't try me again, I promise. No, I'm not ashamed that my mother's white. I just view the world in another light. You see, I'm brown and I'm proud, but as a child I had both sides telling me it wasn't right. Like being mixed made me impure. Like I'm sick with some shit I can't get cured. Latinos asking why I don't speak the tongue. I'm asking them why my pops have to leave his son. Said no, I didn't grow up speaking Spanish. No, I blow, but I know enough to understand that I know when they talking shit, know when they passing judgment, know they looking down when my family passes in public. Fuck it, fuck 'em. It ain't everybody. New day tomorrow and we only moving forward now. Gas on them, done looking back at the past. Took that rear view mirror and shattered the glass. And now my biggest concern is my daughter. Handing down the lessons, ensuring she's brought up knowing how to love, but knowing how to fight. Knows when to pull the punches and when to throw the right cuss. Little mama, they gon' try to press you. What we do? Push back when we under pressure. Know that being a woman don't make you lesser, and you were meant for more than cooking, cleaning, and dress up. Long days, cold nights, wind blowing, rain falling and it won't stop pouring down. Wherever life's going, doesn't matter, cause can't nobody stop us now. We make it work, make it work. Rain falling and it won't stop pouring down. We make it work, make it work. Doesn't matter, cause can't nobody stop us now. To my nephews, I do all I can to protect you. In a world where you were born having 2 strikes against you. In a country where being black is a crime. Unless you can sing or dance or you can make the starting 5. Where they'll profit off your culture and your fashion, then turn a blind eye when it's time to show you compassion. Where you can die over Skittles and tea, and they'll justify your death while your killer runs free. Oh, he was no angel. Black on black violence, work the stats in their favor to reinforce all the silence. Point the finger at you and switch up the narrative. Fight for your right and they'll label you un-American. But if we're all created equal, how can we stand for the anthem and not kneel for the people? Answer that. If it's truly the united, put a middle finger up to anyone trying to divide it. Long days, cold nights, wind blowing, rain falling and it won't stop pouring down. Wherever life's going, doesn't matter, cause can't nobody stop us now. We make it work, make it work. Rain falling and it won't stop pouring down. We make it work, make it work. Doesn't matter, cause can't nobody stop us now.